One of the biggest trends in the workplace today is remote workers, and it's a trend that's not going to go away. If you haven't already been requested by one of your team members to work remotely, it's going to happen. And it's not just here in the US, it's also a global phenomenon. A recent Gallup poll actually showed that 43% of Americans worked remotely at least some of the time last year. And 31% are now working at home 3 or 4 days a week. So as an employer, what are you going to do in order to make sure that you can keep efficiency, productivity, and retention high when you have employees who are working remotely at least some of the time? It takes a whole different kind of management. And so if you don't have policies in place already, you need to do a little bit of research and figure out how you might start changing up some of your traditional workplace policies. You can start small, maybe with a pilot or just a small department, trying remote work and see how that works, or you can decide to roll out a more global policy and let all of your employees take advantage of it if it works for your industry, their department, the type of work you're doing. This isn't just about millennials. It also is helping to keep older workers in the workplace longer. It's helping with dual career couples who one of them might get transferred to a different location, but the other partner has a career or a job that means a lot to them, and your employer may be able to retain that employee even after a relocation. The biggest thing you need to be aware of as a manager, though, is that managing remote workers takes a different kind of management style and technique. You can't have out of sight, out of mind. You need to find a way to keep these employees engaged. You need to talk to them and communicate with them on a regular basis. You need to make sure they get involved in important projects in the work of your organization, and that you build lasting, meaningful relationships with them so that, again, you can bring out the best in these employees and retain them for the long run. So if you haven't already come up with a great policy that works for your organization for remote workers, the time is probably right to start considering it, because once again, this phenomena is not going to go away anytime soon. If you need help with any of the things that I just talked about, feel free to give the Management Association a call, and we're happy to provide you some assistance. Thanks.